Today marks a significant day throughout the year at Knott's. Officially the end of the off-season. Spring break starts to leak into the park for some school districts, and more people are starting to take vacations as the SoCal heat starts to creep its way in. Knott's knows this. They've decided to shutter the goose probably until the end of summer. They're starting to open more parking lots and possibly start the 9:30 morning rides on Ghost Rider. But that's not why we're here. No. We're here for the food. But before we get started, just a quick moment of silence for those quiet, empty off-season days. It's too hard to have silence with all these kids yelling.
You need to take a breath and calm down.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't done it yet, Prestige Pass helps out tremendously on mornings like this when there's a lot of people at the front gate.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Really, the only trouble you have is getting through security if something on you beeps. But it's not that bad of a morning. It's still not 10 o'clock yet. So basically, everybody that's not riding Ghost Rider is here right now and almost filled at the front, but not quite. A lot of camps, performances, and things today. So we're getting that mix of spring break and field trip still here, which that we'll have probably for the next couple months until summer starts. And then the real fun begins.
The real game begins.
But hey, all these people have the right idea. Let's start the day in Snoopa Loop. All right, first things first, let's ride the Snoopa Train. I'll tell you what, for the barrage of people that came in here at Rope Drop, there's nobody here right now. We've walked on a couple different rides.
For real?
And gotten a couple different views of the land, and it's kind of a barren ghost town right now. I don't see this happening in the next couple hours.
So you can tell the future too?
I feel like when we come back here around noon, it's gonna be a completely different story. But all these rides are open and kind of cranking. So if you got a little one, spring break time, get here at 10 a.m. You might be able to do this entire land in like a half an hour.
The Lone Mushroom.
Part of me halfway expected this to open up for Boysenberry Festival too, but I guess not. I guess we're gonna have to wait maybe until summer. I'm gonna keep checking my phone, my mobile app though, because I have a feeling it's gonna have to do with that. That guy's gonna hurt his back. Everyone knows that you lift with the sudden jerking, twisting motion.
Lift with your lower back in a jerking, twisting motion.
Seems like they put even more decorations out since last week too. Easter Fiesta over here. Oh, and speaking of fiestas.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
This week it seems like it's Jaguar's turn to go down for refurb. That's okay. It's an old coaster.
I may be an old man.
Could use a little work. And there's a possibility that this could be the last planned refurb that this ride ever does. At least
in this iteration.
Yeah, Jaguar closing indefinitely is still a rumor, but every week it just gets stronger and stronger. So who knows what the plan is for this ride.
Certainly not you.
And it's still one of the nicest parts in the park to just sit and chill. And we have more big news about MonteZOOma.
Wait, what?
It seems that that final track piece is actually on site, laying there on the ground next to the actual coaster itself. So there's a possibility we see this track get completed this week, possibly by the weekend. There's also guys extensively working on what looks to be the launch system. You can see they've got the, looks like, I think those are the brake fins down on the ground there next to it, and they're setting up the brackets in place on the track to set those fins up. So a lot of movement going on that far side. As far as the entryway, it's still just kind of a pile of dirt, but a lot of work is going on up on the platform. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's like a big metal structure sitting up there. I'm not really sure what that's for. And it looks like maybe they're going to be reinforcing the whole platform. That may or may not signal that they're going to actually be rebuilding the platform and actually making it new. Same thing goes for the entryway here. I don't think we're going to get much as far as entryway theming, which really upsets me because that's one of my biggest things about coasters in general. But I mean, there's a lot of electrical work going on up on the platform, a lot of stuff going on in that far track area. And if they complete the track, then maybe we see the train soon. Maybe we get testing possibly by the end of summer.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And maybe we can have this thing opened up by Mary Farm, who knows? And then for the Resta Fiesta.
See what I did there?
I'm a poet and didn't even know I was rhyming those words.
Everything going smooth. So it was time to get Boysenberry season started right, so I went and I grabbed a tasting card. Just a fair bit of warning. Last week I said that they were 45 for pass holders, 55 for non-pass holders. That only works if you order them online.
What?
And you purchase 3 or more. So
What the f?
just for the record, know that it's going to be about $60 if you purchase in the park.
What the hell is even that?
Well, coyotes are out. Before we get our first little tasty dish, though, we gotta hop the train over to Flavor Town.
Flavortown?
Well, this town looks exactly the same as the last one.
I'm positive it's the same town.
I think this place is as good a place as any though to get something to eat. So I won't bore you with the invention of the Boysenberry here, but I did do a short video on it a couple years ago. I'll post a little link for you right there if you want to check that out. But something kind of fun about
Thank you, Ghost Rider.
the Boysenberry Festival, as it started in 2013, just as like a week-long thing. It was called Knott's Berry Bloom. It was slightly different. A lot of it was catered more toward the surroundings of the park, not so much Ghost Town here. And at night they had what was called a Bloomination Festival, which featured like LED lights. They had stilt walker butterflies, and it was this whole rad party that they had over in Charleston Circle. Super awesome. In 2014, they started focusing more on, it was still Knott's Berry Bloom, but they focused more on Ghost Town, and they had the Boysenberry Festival in Ghost Town. Still had the Bloomination Festival, but it focused more on Ghost Town and the immediate surrounding areas there. Since then, obviously, Berry Bloom got phased out, and from 2015 on, it was Knott's Boysenberry Festival, and it kind of became a park-wide thing. Still no dance parties, whether in the ballroom or Charleston Circle, which is a little sad, but lots and lots and lots of growth in the menu itself. And for our first item, we went with the mushrooms over orzo. First of all, upon first glance, the serving size is a little weak sauce, but it's not always about the quantity. Sometimes it's about the quality.
And this time, the quantity and the quality are both the same.
At least Harley likes it. I don't know, the whole thing was just dry, and the orzo was like crunchy in certain points, like it was undercooked. It's a bit of a shame. Maybe it was just that batch, but I think it's time to go to Mac and Miners and cleanse the palate.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
And the next thing over Miners is the spaghetti in the garlic bread bowl, which seems to be everybody's favorite right now. Just a classic bowl of spaghetti. What do you got here? We got here a lid. Let's try the lid.
It's like a crouton.
Oh, you're so gross.
On both of these dishes, I didn't get enough boysenberry up front with them, so I had to substitute with a boysenberry Sprite to get my boysenberry fix.
Good man. Good thinking.
I don't think I said boysenberry enough in the last
30 seconds.
No train robberies today. Guess it's out to the wilderness for me.
Looks like it's back to jail for me.
You know who we do have, though? Guy cutting wood. Oh, but look who's returned.
Whittles is here.
Everybody get excited. The old man hath returneth. Now we just take a break in the peaceful, glorious native area of the wilderness.
Don't be weird.
While we're out here, let's talk about Grimoire.
Let's talk about it.
And what used to be. All the pieces taken down at the back. They still have a lot of that draping though, so they might still be dismantling a lot of it. Again, it was a big maze, so it's gonna take a lot of time, and it looks like they're dedicating most of their efforts over at the Mesmer area anyway, so this may take a second. That being said, still no word on what's gonna be happening with this area in general. The rest of the wilderness seems a little
Spicy.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Looks like we're back to having to wait 30 minutes to ride Pony Express, so I'll be skipping this area for the next few months. I'd rather spend all my time riding down some rapids. But for now, let's head across the tracks. And it's hot outside. You know, it'd be a really good escape from the heat right now. A show in the Walter Knott Theater, just saying. Give us Snoopy's Boysenberry rooftop concert in there now.
Now give me my f***ing enchilada.
Oh, what do you got here, a factory store? It's obviously one of my favorite parts of the Boysenberry Festival is the Tied Up in Knots art show that they have on the back wall of the factory store there. A lot of good pieces, not as many to choose from this year, but you know, I always go for my tried and true Passer illustration. That's always my jam, so I gotta make sure that I get that right off the bat. Obviously, if you don't want to get the original print, they've got all kinds of digital copies over in the back corner there for you to get, which is usually my jam because I ain't a quadrillionaire.
It's not yet anyway.
But let's go to the boardwalk now. Knots, what the heck is this still doing here? I thought it was going away. Hey. The boardwalk is a little empty today. I think a lot of that might be because it's hot and there's really no escape from the heat here. The shade is scarce and they never put those little misters up top like I suggested years ago. But I mean, let's be honest, who wants to listen to me?
OMG, Dad, it's not always about you.
Anyway, the rides are all open and the lines are minimal. So if you're coming to Knott's anytime in the next few days, Boardwalk might be the place to come spend a little bit of your time if you can handle the sun. Who else is ready for them to bring back K-Now Radio to this section here? Sign out front should have told you that this is not 15 minutes.
Sorry, folks, park's closed.
The moose out front should have told you.
But behind Accelerator, they're hard at work erecting what's proven to be something super cool in the old Mesmer lot. We're not sure what it is because it's obviously just wood, but some sort of castle entrance, palace entrance, asylum entrance.
Okay, settle down on that.
Could definitely use an 80s dance party right about now. And in case you needed any proof that it is in fact hot out here, you can just take a look at the sweet, sweet line out in front of the log right here. You're gonna be looking at about an hour wait, so that's always fun. At least you know at the end you're gonna get nice and wet. Keep the cakes cold for me, fellas. I'll be back later tonight. I can't come back later tonight.
I wish you weren't a liar.
They got the Boysenberry Plinko games going on in Calico Square. Guys, don't forget about all the Bubble Wand activation points around the park.
They look like this.
Guys, it looks like this was left here.
Also, what's going on back here? They took the whole back part of Mary out, but now it looks like they got piles of wood out there to rebuild it.
Was that a question?
Okay, well, I'd say that we did it. The food was a little subpar to my liking, but all in all, a pretty good kickoff to Boysenberry Festival 2026. Time to go be a dad now, but before I do, a little factoid for you. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts, but when they swim, 2 of them got beating? Mull that around in your brain for a little while. Time to go get the kids from school, so until I see you up on the mountain, out at the studios here at the farm or over at the kingdom, we'll catch you all on that flippity flop.